So you're planning a bathroom remodel. That's awesome, right? Picking out all the new stuff. But let's be real. Behind all that excitement, there's usually this nagging fear. A little voice wondering what you can't see. Yeah, we're talking about what's really lurking behind that old tub and under those ugly floor tiles.
And you know what? That fear, it almost always boils down to this one single question. The second your contractor hits the brakes, gets a funny look on their face, and says, uh-oh, bam. This is the thought that just screams in your head. It is, without a doubt, the number one anxiety of remodeling. You know, it's like every remodel has two completely different personalities. First, you've got the exciting part, all the fun stuff, right? The Pinterest boards, picking out that perfect tile, the cool new vanity. And then there's the other side, the hidden part, the stuff that lives behind the walls and under the floor. And here's the thing, while the first part is all about looks, that second part, well, that determines if your beautiful new bathroom is actually going to last.
Okay, so let's get something straight right from the start. This is a huge reality check. Before any demolition happens, a contractor can only guess what's going on based on what they can see. So especially if you've got an older home, finding hidden issues isn't a sign that things are going wrong. Not at all. It's a completely normal part of the ride. And this right here is maybe the most important thing you'll hear today. Finding a surprise? That's not the problem. The real problem, the big red flag, is when your contractor doesn't have a clear, transparent process for telling you about it and dealing with it. The game isn't about avoiding surprises. It's about how they're managed. So what are we even talking about here? What are these surprises? Well, after you see enough of these projects, you realize they almost always fall into one of four buckets. Let's dig into the usual suspects that pop up once you open things up. Okay, problem number one, and this is a big one, the rotted, spongy subfloor. It's so common, especially right around the toilet or underneath an old tub. It's almost always from some slow, tiny leak that nobody knew about for years, just slowly soaking that wood until it's basically the consistency of a wet sponge. It gets black, it gets soft, sometimes it's just gone. So why does this matter so much? I mean, it's just the floor under the floor, right? Wrong. Think of it like this. Your entire beautiful, expensive new bathroom is built on top of this. It's the foundation. If that floor has any give to it, your new grout is going to crack, tiles will pop loose, your waterproofing is shot, and bam, you've got leaks again. Building on a bad subfloor means you're literally flushing your entire investment right down the drain. All right, culprit number two, the dreaded mold and water damage hiding in your walls. You see it all the time. A contractor pulls off that old, ugly tile surround and, surprise, you find this mess of crumbling drywall, maybe some nasty black mold growing on the studs, and all the signs that water has been getting back there for a long time. Usually it's just from old caulk or cracked grout. And look, don't let anyone tell you that mold is just a little stain you can paint over. No way. It's a giant, flashing neon sign that your house's bones are getting wet. That moisture makes the wood framing rot and get weak. If you just cover it up, you are guaranteeing a major failure down the road. It's a structural problem and it's a health problem, period. Okay, number three, let's talk about the plumbing. Ugh, so often you open a wall and it's just chaos. It's like a plumbing museum of horrors in there. You've got three different kinds of pipe all cobbled together, shut-off valves that are rusted shut, or old pipes that are so clogged with buildup that you're lucky you got any water pressure at all. And that's what's supposed to feed your shiny new fixtures? And you can see why this is just a massive risk, right? I mean, imagine connecting that gorgeous $1,000 shower system to a pipe that's one Tuesday away from bursting. A leak after all the new tile is up isn't just a problem, it's a catastrophe. No professional in their right mind can warranty their work if they knowingly hook it up to failing pipes. It's all about protecting the new stuff from the old stuff's failures. And last but not least, we've got problem number four, bad framing or no framing at all where you need it. Think about it. The bathrooms we want today are heavy. We've got those big, beautiful, thick glass doors, floating vanities, benches in the shower, and yeah, grab bars for safety. All that stuff needs to be anchored to solid wood inside the wall, which just isn't there in a lot of older homes. I know, talking about wood blocking isn't sexy, but it's absolutely critical for safety and just for things to work. Without it, that heavy glass door is gonna sag. And grab bars? If you're planning to age in place, a grab bar attached to just drywall is, well, it's useless and dangerous. This is the hidden backbone that makes sure your bathroom isn't just pretty, but safe and built to last.
Okay, so we've seen the four horsemen of the bathroom apocalypse. That's the scary part. Now, let's talk about the solution, which is actually the most important part of this whole conversation. It's not about magic, it's about having a process. So, what does a real pro do? They don't panic. They have a process, and it looks something like this. First, and this is huge, they stop. They don't just nail a new board over the rot. Second, they pull out their phone and take pictures and video so you see exactly what they're seeing. Third, they tell you if it's mandatory or optional. Fourth, super important, they write up a change order with a clear price. And then finally, they fix it the right way. No shortcuts. Now, I want to zero in on that term, change order. If you remember one thing, remember this. This little document is your best friend. It's your shield. It's a simple written agreement that says what needs to be done, why, and how much it will cost. You sign off on it before they do the work. This is what keeps you in the driver's seat and protects you from those nightmare scenarios of a surprise bill at the end. A good contractor will also break things down for you into two clear categories. First, there's the mandatory stuff. This is the we have to fix this or the whole project is pointless category. Think rotted floors, active leaks, non-negotiable. Then you've got optional work. These are the smart upgrades like, hey, while the wall is open, do you want us to add blocking for future grab bars? It's a good idea, but the choice is yours. Okay, so let's get back to the two things that keep every homeowner up at night during a remodel, the budget and the timeline. Because having a process is great, but you still need a plan for it. The single best way to handle this is to plan for it. We're talking about a contingency fund. Seriously, for an older home, you really, really want to have about 10 to 15% of the total budget tucked away for these surprises. And this isn't extra money, it's part of the realistic cost of remodeling. It turns a stressful emergency into a simple decision. And here's a little secret that might sound backward at first. Pausing the project to fix a problem the moment you find it, that is always the cheapest and fastest way to get to the finish line. Always. The contractor who plows ahead to stay on schedule is actually setting you up for a way more expensive and heartbreaking teardown of brand new work later on. So the big question is, how do you know if you're hiring a pro who gets this versus someone who's just going to cause you a headache? Well, this is how you flip the script. This is how you go from feeling anxious to feeling totally in control. Here they are, 4 simple but powerful questions to have in your back pocket anytime an issue comes up. Number 1, can I please see a photo or a quick video of the issue? 2, is this fix mandatory or is it an optional upgrade? 3, great. Can I get that in a written change order before you start? And 4, if I say no to this optional work, how does that affect my warranty? A true pro won't even flinch. They'll have a clear, confident answer for every single one. All right, so let's wrap this all up. What's the big takeaway here? Finding a problem behind the wall is not a disaster. It's normal, it's expected. It does not mean your project is cursed or going wrong. What matters, what really matters, is how it's handled. That's the whole ballgame. So I'll leave you with this one last thing to think about. You're about to invest a lot of your hard-earned money and time to get a beautiful new bathroom. The real question isn't just, can they make it look pretty? It's, are they prepared to protect the unseen foundation it's all built on? And that is the difference between a remodel that just looks good on Instagram for a year and one that's solid, safe, and beautiful for decades to come.